Hey, Brian from Garage Mahal. Today I have Amazon Basics rolling shelf unit. These things are pretty cool. I have a couple of these around my studio and in my garage just rolling around. It also comes with a set of feet, so if you decide at any point that you want to take the wheels off, put the shelf somewhere, you do have some feet that add a lot of stability to it. But believe me, the rolling wheels, absolutely the way to go. It makes it kind of modular so you can like roll it around your studio to wherever you need to put it. Anyway, let's put it together. So this is the box that it comes in. So it's pretty basic. It's not a huge box. It's not super heavy. Let's open that up. Okay, so you get a bunch of parts in here. Let's get the shelving pieces out first. So that's going to be your first piece. There's your packet of different things. Let me grab my knife here. Let's open this up. So this is going to be your wheels, and it has like a wrench tool with it. And it has these little protectant plastic pieces. They end up going all over the place. So see, that's kind of like what they look like. They're going to be rolled off the table. So we'll just flip that upside down, get them out of the way. Then you have your legs. They come in plastic. Put those off onto the side. Everything's zip tied together. Very well packed. Like I said, I've put quite a few of these together already. So it makes me almost an expert. So this is the bottom, now the top, just another piece of shelving. Get some more of these zip ties out of the way. There. Put that there. Get this box out of the way behind me. Alright, so now what I noticed is one of these rails, this double-sided piece came undone for shipping, so if that happens to you, you can kind of be better prepared. But anyway, so these are the flat ends, I call them, because there's basically nothing on the one end. So you want to isolate those. And they do take them down pretty good. Okay, now these are the legs that have the feet on them. It comes with feet, so you have to unscrew these and get rid of the feet. I have like a whole little tray here of these because I think I have like 4 or 5 of these shelf units set up in the studio as it is. So like I said, it's a little time consuming. Maybe we'll just kind of like go through the fast forward portion of the video here, so I won't get you too bored. These are the wheels. And then that is like your little tool to use. So basically what we're doing is we are basically replacing these wheels to where the feet were. So another kind of like time-consuming part. We'll just fast forward this, but basically you're going to be tightening this wheel down all the way to the bottom. And then when you get it to the bottom, you're just going to take this wrench and you're going to put it in the side here like this. And just crank it down a little bit so that stays nice and tight for you. And then we're going to take one of the ends that has that little silver connecting joint too. And then we're going to be lining these threads up. And then you want to start tightening that down. great hand and forearm workout. All right, so that leg is basically complete. So let's put this off on the side, and we will make the rest of them. And I'll probably just fast forward it so you guys don't get too bored on this part. So. All right, so that's your last leg. And let's put this down out of the way here. And they do like to roll off on themselves, so definitely keep them somewhere steady. All right, so this is your next pack. And this basically has all these little, basically section dividers as you go up. I'll explain as we get through them. The yellow pack is like your emergency pack in case you lose or break a set of these, but they are very sturdy, so I don't want to worry about that at all. And this is like some cabling, so if you're going to like anchor one side to a wall, so you don't have to worry about it falling over. And again, not an issue. These things are very, very sturdy. So that is your Amazon Basics directions, and it kind of gives you a quick configuration of like the spacing on this. I'll explain that a little bit further as we go. But I mean, it's pretty straightforward. I mean, there's really nothing ultra complicated at all about this. So let's put that to the side. Now, the thing that you have to decide on, this is going to be your strongest side, meaning that if you had it facing this way, it almost looks like it has kind of like a little bit of a lip, like if you're going to put some stuff that moves around, it's going to slip off your shelves. However, this way, with that on the bottom, is going to be your strongest configuration. Just keep that in mind. This will support the most weight for you. Okay. So what we are going to do is we're going to grab each leg. Now you have a leg that has a wheel that's basically free spinning, does not have a brake on it, and then you'll have a leg that has a wheel that has a brake on it. So this comes in handy, especially if you don't want your shelf moving around, step on a brake and it'll lock your wheel into place. So you have to decide if you want brakes on both sides or at different sides. I'm kind of electing to put it on different sides, so depending on where I put my shelf, I have the opportunity to brake it or unbrake it from whatever side that I'm on. So, and then what you do is you are going to be slipping this down, and I'm just going to go that far with it, and then I'm going to open up these, kind of like shelving locks. So each one is embossed with a top with an arrow pointing up. So it's pretty easy to understand how that works. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on the bottommost ridge. So that's going to be at the bottom. And there's only one way to put them on, but just to kind of give you an idea. So that is like on the bottommost one. And we are going to kind of set it up like this. And I'm going to grab a leg with a freestanding wheel for the other side. Slide this down on that side for some support, and then locking this into the bottom ridge, and you'll kind of like feel it snap into place. So that's going to be our next one, and we're going to put down like that. And this is the most unsteady that this is going to be, so just keep that in mind. The rest of it will be pretty steady, but okay, so this is going to be a free-flowing piece. I'm going to put this down here. Slide this down, have a brake on it. And I'm using a little bit of an elevated table, so this makes it a little bit easier for me. But if you were to do this on a floor, that would be the most optimal place to actually do this. And I'm just doing this to kind of help with everybody at home so they can kind of like see how this all goes together. And then we'll get this last piece here. And again, this side has the wheel with a lock on it. So now I have a wheel and a lock on either side. And then I'm basically gonna have this find a ridge, put that piece together, kind of like slide it into place. And then this is where it gets the trickiest, because you want to set this up, lean it down, and then have it make contact like that. And basically you kind of have that configuration is done. Let me move these shelf pieces slightly out of the way. So what I'm going to do is be able to spin this right around, so it's a little bit easier to follow. So that's that. And then now I'm basically going to drop my table down, so it's a lot easier for me to put these on top and for everybody to see. So okay, so I've lowered this down, and now we're going to get some more of these shelf levelers. Now, it's going to be basically how you want this set up, like height-wise. So we are going to be looking for, they have these like double rings every so often. So if you just kind of like look, you'll be able to see them. And that's kind of like a suggestive spot to put the shelving unit at, or kind of like an easy marker to go. So like going up here, there's a double one here. So that's the first one, second one. Now there's 4 shelves. So what I can do is I can go up to like the third one here, and then there's 1, 2, 3, and then I can put one up on the top. So let's aim for this one. And again, you'll kind of feel how it like slides into the notches. Pretty easy. So again, that is going up, first double notch, second double notch, third double notch. So pretty easy. So 1, 2, and then 3. So we'll just line that right up on that one. So it's so easy. And then going on this side, same thing, we can kind of like spot it right across the way. So once we have that kind of lined up, it's easy to find its little home there, and then going across. Okay, so we see it right there. And again, this is just my preference, but you can put it wherever you need. So it is fully adjustable. So let's grab another shelf section. Again, make sure we have it the right way. And this is the trickiest part, is getting this first shelf on, because they like to kind of go wherever they want to. So that's good. Getting that lined up. So you can do it by yourself, but if you have a second person, that does make that much easier. So okay, so the next set, super easy. And then again, we're going to be looking for those double marks. So here's the first one, second, and then here's the third. So that's kind of high. So I think we'll just go with the second one. So that's 1, and then that's 2 right there. So let me just get that aim for the top. Slides right in. Super easy. And then again, going across, kind of get a visual, so we know it's going to be over here. Just go and slide that into its spot. And then right across the way, you're going to find that double one right there. And it just slides up in. So easy. Okay, then right across the way, right here. Got that line right up. Okay, so our next shelf. And this one, it should line up pretty easy. And again, a little bit of nudge on that side. And that goes down. Okay, let's lower this all the way down. So that's my platform all the way down. We'll grab the last pack. All right, and then we'll put these right at the top. super quick. All right, now we'll put this one in front. Great, last shelf. Then this will sit right on top for you. And then boom. So you basically kind of have like a symmetrical row of shelves. Bottom one's kind of deeper, smaller shelves you got on top, and then this is your topmost shelf. And yeah, so stay tuned. I'll show you what mine look like packed with stuff. And basically these are super maneuverable, so you can spin them all the way around. And then my table is nice and tight here, so you got complete good control over that. So yeah, we'll be right back. And just to give you an idea of the capacity and the maneuverability. Anyway, Brian from Garage Mahal with your spacious rolling shelf unit from Amazon. All right, be safe out there.